Hi boys and girls, welcome to SmartFox TV. If you enjoyed today's video, please click and subscribe.
Hey everyone, Kim McCurry here, and today I want to speak about anime, in particular to the hero and the heroine. Why are they so young? Small background about me, I love anime. I've loved anime since I was 7 years old, watching Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Sailor Moon. That all started when I was younger. Now I'm older, obviously, but anime has definitely grown with me into adulthood, and it's one of my favorite pastimes. Whenever I do have time, I'm catching up on new episodes of What in the Hooten Tag, because I'll just say now I have a plethora of anime that I watch. So let's get started. There is one main reason why the protagonists of anime are very young, and mainly this stems from Japanese feelings of World War II. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Japan during World War II. The first was on August 6th of 1945 on Hiroshima and August 9th of 1945 on Nagasaki. The bombs killed between 129,000 people to 226,000 people, and the effects it had on the environment and the descendants of those people actually exist to today. So during the time of World War II, which was from September 1st, 1939 to September 2nd of 1945, there were multiple air raids on Japan, and although Japan had an active military at the time, they could not keep up with the continuous dead bodies that kept piling up and had to have the assistance of young adolescents to help move these dead bodies. Kinji Fukasaku, the director of Battle Royale, which the Hunger Games author found inspiration from, I think says it best. I immediately identified with the 9th graders in the novel Battle Royale. I was 15 when World War II came to an end. By then, my class had been drafted and was working in a munitions factory. In July 1945, we were caught up in artillery fire. Up until then, the attacks had been air raids and you had a chance of escaping from those. But with the artillery, there was no way out. It was impossible to run or hide from the shells that rained down. We survived by diving for cover under our friends. After the attacks, my class had to dispose of the corpses. It was the first time in my life I'd seen so many dead bodies. As I lifted several arms and legs, I had a fundamental awakening. Everything we've been taught in school about how Japan was fighting the war to win world peace was a pack of lies. Adults could not be trusted. The emotions I experienced then, an irrational hatred for unseen forces that drives us into those circumstances, a poisonous hostility towards adults, and a gentle sentimentality for my friends, were a starting point for everything since. This is why, when I hear reports about recent outbreaks of teenage violence and crimes, I cannot easily judge or dismiss them. So now it comes back to the question, why are the protagonists, the heroes and the heroines of anime so young? And again, that deals with Japanese feelings towards World War II. So I use the example of what Kinji Fukasaku said to point out that he was an adolescent. He was in middle school, high school, when he had to pull his dead classmates' bodies, hide in them from artillery fire at that, and then put them together in a pile, to be disposed of. He had to be drafted into the military at a very, very young age just to help with what was the damages that was being caused in society, and it had to be his classmates, no less. So, taking from what he said, one of the highlights in that interview was adults could not be trusted. So what do you feel about that? I think when we're all young, we always say, we always have arguments with our parents and things like that. Or I remember when I was little and I got into a fight with my mom, I would lock myself in the bathroom and cry for my dad. Then I got in a fight with my dad, I would lock myself in the bathroom and cry for my mom, but definitely not on the extent of what happened to World War II. So coming to that phrase, adults cannot be trusted. I think it shows that because of the circumstances of World War II, children, young adolescents are still children. You're not over 18 yet. You're not an adult. You're not considered an adult. Children were forced to grow up at a faster pace. So by saying that, that's why the heroines of anime and heroes are normally younger. They're normally kids, they're teenagers, they're middle schoolers. Sometimes they're even younger than that. Some of them are even elementary, So that's one of the main reasons why they are younger in anime is because of Japanese feelings towards World War II. And then I would like to add there, though, that that's not always the main reason. That can't solely be the only reason, because different medias play to different audiences. So I don't definitely want to rule out that they're not selling to a particular audience, okay?
Welcome to Strange But True Facts. Today we have a few related to Asia. The Viet Cong released giant Asian honeybees on enemy soldiers during the Vietnam War as one of their war weapons. They did this by relocating colonies and setting them off with firecrackers to sting the nearby American soldiers. Cambodia's Tonle Sap is the only river in the world that flows in two directions, depending on whether it's monsoon or dry season. During the dry season, it drains into the Mekong River, but in the wet season, it flows the other way and returns to the lake. Stick around for a few more strange but true facts.
Hello, this is Tracy with SmartFox News. Warner Brothers and DC are committed to hiring a black director to helm the movie, the script for which is being written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. The plan is reportedly for the film to feature a black actor in the role of Superman. A source said it would be tone deaf for J.J. Abrams, who is attached to produce, to also direct. The report has no concrete details on who could take on the role of Superman, nor which directors could be in the running. There were many rumors that Michael B. Jordan would take the part of Superman, but he sadly downplays these rumors. I'm flattered that people have me in that conversation, says Jordan. It's a compliment, but I'm just watching on this one. Sources do, however, note that this incarnation of Superman will not be part of the DC Extended Universe. The current plan is reportedly for the new Superman to be a standalone, much like Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman and Todd Phillips with the Joker. The report states that one option currently under consideration for the Superman movie is that it is a 20th century period piece. A devoted 79-year-old man attended a beauty school to learn lessons in hair and makeup to help his beautiful wife, who can no longer get ready for herself. The gentleman strolled into Alberta's Del Mar College of Hair and Aesthetics and told director Carrie Hanna that he wished to learn how to use a curling wand. His wife's vision was declining, and she keeps burning herself as a result, so he was looking for a few tips. The man was paired with a student and mannequin and was taught how to utilize the curling wand and protect his wife's skin. He lovingly pulled pictures from his wallet, showing everyone his wife, and boasted about how beautiful and talented she has always been. Almost every girl at some point in time pretends to be a mermaid in the water. Now, becoming a part-time mermaid is becoming a difficult but popular trend in China. PADI, or Professional Association of Diving Instructors, now offer 4 levels of mermaid diving certification, which is essentially free diving, but with a large and sometimes heavy artificial tail that requires a different type of locomotion. The genius of this mermaid diving course is Dada Li, the world's first Chinese woman to hold a master free diving training certification. She created the first professional underwater performance team composed of free divers only. She said she was inspired by an old movie called Splash in the 1980s. Lee tells CNN Travel, the heroine is a mermaid who lives in the sea. That image has lived in my head ever since. A mermaid tail ties both legs together so they can't move freely, so we need to use our belly and waist to move like a dolphin. It requires practice to make this move smooth and elegant like a real mermaid. That's all for SmartFox News.
Welcome back to Strange But True Facts. Here are a few more. Japan sells a mystery meat cup ramen that's flying off the shelves. They plan to introduce a kimchi mystery meat flavor for a limited time. Reportedly, the mystery meat is made of a combination of soy and meat product. The Philippines is made up of 7,641 islands, but only 2,000 of them are inhabited. It has more than 200 volcanoes and 24 are active. Camiguin has more volcanoes than towns and holds the most volcanoes per square kilometer in the world. We hope you
This is Kim.
This is Tracy.
Hi, this is Sally.
And thanks for watching SmartFox TV.
Stay foxy!